Hi, the average guy here. Welcome back to another video. Before we begin, I just want to remind you that I am not a financial advisor. Everything in this video is based on my own experience, research, and personal opinions. Always do your own research before making any financial decisions. Now let's get started. Credit cards. Some people swear by them, others avoid them completely. But here's something interesting. Credit cards don't just change how we pay, they change how we think, and more importantly, they change how much we spend. Today, let's talk about why credit cards make people spend more money than they ever intended. Because once you understand the psychology behind them, you'll never look at your wallet the same way again. Let's start with a simple example. Imagine you're standing in a shop. You see a jacket that costs £150. If someone asked you to hand over £150 in cash, you'd probably stop and think. You'd physically feel the money leaving your hands. Now imagine paying with a credit card. One quick tap. Done. No cash, no counting notes, no immediate pain. That's exactly why researchers have found that people often spend more when paying with cards than with cash. The payment feels less real. And when spending feels painless, we naturally spend more. Now think about online shopping. Amazon, eBay, your favorite clothing website. One click, one saved payment method. The order is complete in seconds. There's almost no time to ask yourself, do I really need this? Technology has made spending incredibly easy, but saving? That still requires effort. Here's another reason credit cards encourage spending. They separate the purchase from the payment. When you buy something today, you don't feel the financial consequence immediately. That's next month's problem. And future problems often don't feel very urgent. Our brains naturally value today more than tomorrow. Psychologists call this present bias. It's why people eat unhealthy food, skip exercise, or spend money they don't have. The reward happens today. The cost comes later. Now let's talk about minimum payments. Imagine you owe £2,000. Your statement says, minimum payment, £35. That sounds manageable, so you pay the minimum. The problem? Interest keeps growing, month after month. Many people end up paying hundreds, or even thousands, in interest alone. The bank isn't hoping you'll pay your balance in full. They make far more money when you don't. That's one reason credit card companies can afford rewards, cashback, airline miles, and welcome bonuses. Those rewards are funded largely by interest paid by customers who carry balances. Now, don't get me wrong. Credit cards themselves are not evil. In fact, used correctly, they can be incredibly useful. You can build your credit history, get purchase protection, earn cash back, and enjoy extra security when shopping online. The problem isn't the card. The problem is using borrowed money to fund a lifestyle you can't afford. Let's talk about emotional spending. You've had a stressful day. You're tired. Maybe work wasn't great. You open your favorite shopping app. You buy something. For a few minutes, you feel better. Your brain rewards you with dopamine. But a week later, the excitement is gone. The credit card bill arrives, and now you've added financial stress to emotional stress. It's a cycle many people experience without even realizing it. Here's another trap: lifestyle inflation. As your income increases, banks are often willing to increase your credit limit. Suddenly, you have access to £5,000, £10,000, or even more. That doesn't mean you became richer. It simply means you have permission to borrow more. There's a huge difference. Many people confuse available credit with available money. They are not the same thing. Let's do a quick example. Imagine two people. Both earn exactly the same salary. Person A uses a credit card for everything, but pays the balance in full every month. No interest, some cash back, a good credit score. Person B also uses a credit card, but only pays the minimum. After a year, they've paid hundreds of pounds in interest. Same income, completely different financial outcome. The difference wasn't income, it was behavior. So, how can you avoid these traps? First, never spend money on a credit card unless you already have the cash to pay it off. Second, always aim to pay the full statement balance every month. Third, turn off one-click purchasing where possible. Adding even 30 seconds before buying gives your brain time to think. Fourth, wait 24 hours before buying anything expensive. You'll be surprised how many things you decide you don't actually need. Fifth, track every purchase. Most people don't realize how much they're spending until they actually see the numbers. Finally, remember what a credit card really is. It's not extra income. It's borrowed money. And borrowed money always has consequences if it's not managed carefully. Before we finish, I want you to remember one sentence. Credit cards don't make people poor. Poor financial habits do. A credit card is simply a tool. In the right hands, it can be incredibly useful. In the wrong hands, it can quietly become one of the most expensive habits you ever develop. The good news? You don't need to stop using credit cards. You simply need to use them intentionally. Every purchase should answer one question. If this bill arrived tomorrow, could I comfortably pay it? If the answer is no, it's probably not the right purchase. Money isn't just about maths, it's about behavior. And changing behavior is often the fastest way to improve your finances. If you enjoyed this video and found it useful, consider subscribing for more simple money tips. This is The Average Guy. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.